Am I? What? Yes. Score. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Okay. So, so let's see. So I'm just playing around here, guys. I don't have nothing. I left my stuff in the car. I was just playing around and I just wanted to see what would hurt with this thing. Of course, I have AirPod in, so it's not gonna connect. So we're gonna turn this off. Check the time. Time is 6:40. So yeah, so I don't really have anything to say. I don't have really have much to do either. But in case you don't know, my name is Ron Perry. I am the owner of oops, wrong side. Let's see. Of Travel with the Perrys. We are a full service travel agency founded in 2020. I'm the owner, of course, at the name Perry. I gotta get my directions together. Anyway, I started this in 2020. Um, so those that don't know, I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Moved to Tennessee, moved to Columbia, Tennessee when I was 9. And um, by being you know, the only child, I was in charge of my own entertainment, basically. Nothing bad about that at all. Um, in 1989 or 88, not sure which year. Anyway, we as a family took a trip to Disney, and it is probably one of my biggest memories because it reminds me of some. It's a funny story. So we get to the plane. We're at Detroit. We get to the plane, and we are getting ready to take off. Well, as we're getting ready to take off, I use the bathroom. I'm 7 years old. I gotta go. So I come and I said, "Hey, mom, I gotta use the bathroom." And so my mom looks at my dad and says, "Hey, he's gotta use the bathroom." And here's my dad. I'm sorry. I'm trying to turn off my blue screen. Here's my dad holding on to the seat, like, oh, please, 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 don't take off, don't take off. I mean, like, as scared as can be. And my mom's like, he's got to go. And he's like, you take him. And she's like, no, you need to take him. And he's like, no, you need to take him. And she's like, no. I'm like, I'm going to pee on myself. She's like, you need to take him. I don't think he ran to the bathroom fast enough because we're there and back within 2 seconds. And it was the funniest thing ever. That was my first time going to Disney. I don't remember none of it. I was 7 years old. Yeah. But then there was that one time when we took a road trip from Detroit to California. And we stopped at hotels on the way there. And that was not a whole lot of fun. Not a whole lot of fun. Because what we did was we stopped at friends of the owner. I mean, not the owner, friends of the main person that we were driving with. We stopped at her friend's houses on the way there and on the way back. Um, and we drove from Detroit to San Diego. When we got to San Diego, my parents wanted to take some time for themselves. And so they left me with my friends. And then they went to um, Tijuana and, you know, Mexico. That's when the borders were like open. You could just get in, get out, whatever you wanted to. Anyway, while they were there, we went to SeaWorld and had a blast. Don't remember none of it. Um, and then once we got everyone packed, like we were just driving. Like our that's all my dad had to do was just drive. And then he drove the van on the way back. Well, on the way back, so what we did was I don't know if you know the know your map, but let me let me pull this up real quick. Okay. So So we started here, and what we did was we took this bottom route down to San Diego, which is about right here. My parents went down here to visit, and then when they came back, we were ready. They were like the truck was ready to go, and so each adult there were dad, aunt, mom, dad, Tony, Teresa, aunt. Yeah, so there were five adults, and of those five adults, four of them drove the big van, drove the truck. My mom, on the other hand, was not driving the truck. She even said she wasn't going to. And Teresa said that she wasn't going, she would drive our van, but she wouldn't drive the truck. And I drove the truck, but didn't. Yeah. So on the way back, we went, we took this route, and we went all through here. Well, when we got to Denver, excuse me, when we got Denver, we stayed with a lady who had 20 dogs. I don't mean she just had like 20 small puppies. She had German Shepherds. She had Doberman Pinschers. She had your wiener dogs. She had your furry dogs. She had Great Danes. She had them all. And four cats. And so we got there one night, and then we weren't leaving until we were going to stay there for one full day to rest, and then we were going to drive the next morning. We got there one night. We spent one full day there, and then we got up the next morning and left. Okay. Well, that full day, the lady warned us. She said, at this time, such dogs are going to come out. They're going to come outside and they're going to play. And then once I get all of them wrangled up, then the next set of dogs will come out and play. And then once their time is up, I'm gonna get them wrangled up and put back in the cages. And then the next set will come out and they'll play. Then once I get them wrangled up and set in the cages, then the last group, which is just my small dogs, will come out and play. I remember a Great Dane being taller than me. Yeah. So that night, parents were able to sleep on a sofa bed, but all the kids slept on the floor. And I remember waking up one night and the Doberman Pinscher's face was like that to mine. Wow. I mean, just Wow. So, um, and then after that, we moved to Tennessee. And then in live. Well, I'm about to go and end this now. Okay. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching this. Appreciate you so much. And have a great night. I know this is very